everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Justin with zZounds, and I am here with a super cool pedal today. We have the Boss RV-200 reverb pedal, and I'm just going to do a deep dive here and show you guys what this thing can do and show you what it's got under the hood. So, as always, guys, I've got a chat pulled up here, so if you guys want to comment, have any questions, or want me to show you specific features, feel free to drop me a line, or you could just say, hey. So, let's get to it, guys. You guys heard me use the pretty cool hold function there. You can actually freeze and kind of hold notes there. So I kind of did a little Pink Floyd, vague Pink Floyd thing at the beginning to show you kind of that cool spacey hall reverb. Hello from Oklahoma. Hello, thanks so much for that comment, and thank you for tuning in. Hello from Chicago. Okay, so let's go through the layout here so you guys know what's actually able to be controlled, and then we'll get into some sound demonstrations later. So let's take a look at the top. I know it might be a little bit tricky to see, so I'll try to be very clear during the stream on what the knobs are. But at the top here, we have a time function. And the time is just going to affect the actual just speed or decay of the reverb in most cases. So that makes sense, right? You're adjusting the reverb time. Next one we got is the, that's actually the pre-delay. And pre-delay is cool for some of the swampier sounds because it'll actually delay the time that the reverb kicks in at. And you have a millisecond adjustment, so you can actually delay it. Cleans up your signal so you don't get that mushy reverb kind of smashing into your dry signal. So hope that makes sense for everybody out there, what I'm trying to describe. But that's an adjustment of how much delay that reverb will have. Next up over here, we have the, what is that? Oh yeah, the effect level on the top right. Effect level is going to literally be just how much of the reverb is going to be in your signal. So higher you go, the more of a wet mix that is. Okay, going down to the bottom left, that's our parameter control. And the parameter control is kind of tricky, but based on what type of reverb you have chosen, that will affect a different parameter per setting. So it'll change every time I switch this reverb knob over here. But you can get some cool stuff with the parameter knob. Next up over here, we've got the actually a cool little 2-band EQ. So that's going to adjust the wet reverb EQ. So we have a low control, so you can kind of suck out some of the muddiness or add more bass. And then you have a high control, so you can add some brightness, some clarity, or you can suck out the highs and have it be kind of a really like gloomy, dark reverb. So that's a really handy feature to have. I know all my audio engineers like me out there love that stuff for further control of the signal. So that's a nice little feature. Now moving on, we have the reverb knob. This is going to be our 12-position switch. It's going to adjust those to have us choose our reverb presets. And then, yeah, that's as simple as that is. Finally, we have a density control, just super cool. You see the light here with the 5 LEDs right here. That adjusts the density of the reverb, kind of thickens it up. Sometimes it's hard to describe exactly what it's doing on certain tones, but it basically will increase the perceived depth of the reverb. Then we move over to our memory switch. I believe you have the ability to save, oh geez, I think it's at least 125, 175, something like that, different memory slots. And with this one, though, we have a quick 4 right here that we can switch between. So if you notice me pressing this, it'll go to the red. You see that red LED down here. That's going to choose our 4 immediate memory slots, and those are programmable. Finally, you have further customization by holding down each switch, the density and the memory switch. If you click both of those, you'll open up the functionality for adjusting expression pedal parameters and things like that. So it's actually a lot going on there. What you notice, the last thing before we get to the sounds is the hold function. You'll notice this LED blinking right there. If I hold it, it'll go back to the neutral setting. This is actually just going to be our memory slot switch. So once again, you don't have to click the button. You can use the foot switch, and it goes through the same parameters as I just showed you earlier. But if you want the hold function, you literally just hold the button, and then you'll notice it starts blinking. That shows us that it's enabled, and then boom, we play a chord, hit it, it will infinitely sustain that. I actually really like that function. I think it's fun. So guys, let's just dive in. Now that you guys know what the pedal has, let's go through some sound samples because we all know that's what we're here for. Okay, so let's go up to the top. Let's just start with a, let's see, what do we got first? Let's do our room reverb. And the room reverb is a classic. That's what I used for the beginning. And let me give you guys a little bit more of that, adjust that wet blend so you guys can hear it a little more. We got another comment. How does it work with tube amps older? It works pretty good. I mean, we're using an orange tube amp right now. Let me actually tell you guys about my rig. We got it pulled up here before. I totally forgot to tell you guys what the hell I'm playing. So I got an American Standard Strat right here, and we are playing out of the orange Reverb 50. It's a Mark III version with the neodymium speakers. It's a cool amp. To answer your question there, that is going to be a tube amp. It's not an older one, but this works very well with older amps if you want to kind of, you know, replace the reverb, or if it doesn't have a reverb on it, this thing will work pretty well with it. So, oh, we got another comment. Nice sound, rhomboids. Yeah, this actually has a pretty great rhomboid looking structure. It's very aesthetically and you know, rhomboidal. So I appreciate the comment. Okay, let's go through this room reverb sound. So I got it pretty wet right now. I kind of like that, so check it out. So that's a classic room sound, but you might be thinking, okay, well, I want a little bit more than that. Let's see, we're live on YouTube, Instagram. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's just our message to everybody. Hello, everybody out there. Let's go to adjust the room parameter, though, because we want a little bit different sound. So the parameter, if you can notice the screen right here, it's actually going to choose between large, medium, and small room sounds. So you can actually choose the like perceivable depth of the room. So let's go to the small room. And I'm going to give you a little bit more decay on it. So that's the kind of the small room sound. Let's go to the medium room. Right away you hear the slap back is a lot more apparent on that medium. It's like you're playing with a much larger sized room. So then here's again the large now. And that's like kind of a lot thicker then. So just because it's not very musical sounding right now, let's pull back the wet blend on there. So it sounds great, and that's just our first sound. So we got another comment. Nice. Yes, indeed. Nice, right? It sounds great. It's a really fun reverb. And we barely even scratched the surface, so thank you for tuning in and watching. Let's go to the next sound, guys. So after that, if I'm clicking through the wheel, now we got a hall reverb. So this is going to be a kind of, I guess you could say, an even bigger sounding room. So let's hear what that has. And I'll give a little bit of pre-delay this time since I don't want it to make my tone sound muddy. All right, guys, here, and let's put in a little bit of bass. Yeah, you can hear the difference though when I adjust that low knob, right? It's a dark reverb. Then if you pull it out again, you notice it's a lot cleaner. So let's split the difference. Let's do somewhere around here. All right, here we go. Let's check this out, guys. So yeah, nice little classic little like country stuff you could do with the hall sound that I really like, you know. It's a really fun pedal. So guys, because just in the essence of time, I could probably do this all day. Let me go to the next tone here. All right, now we got a plate reverb. And this one's kind of fun. I love doing plates with distortion sounds. This one's like a really cool plate. Let me pull back the decay though. So you notice when I'm adjusting that time, the time button right here, or knob I should say, you guys are noticing the difference, right? You get like a fairly good decay on that. it's quick. It's a lot easier to work with. But if you crank it, this is what I was kind of doing before. So yeah, you could do super spacey stuff with the long, delay stuff. So I got or reverb, I should say. Love that. So that's it with the long time for the reverb, like I was saying. Let's pull it back. Now you get that little slappy, really percussive. Like you could even also, like I was doing before with the country stuff, you could even dial in like a little kind of slap X sounding reverb. You know, doing like a. So you get the idea. I'm kind of a half-assed country player like that, though, so I'll give you guys my best. All right, so let's move on. You guys now know what the plate sounds like. It's got that really, really like jangly sounding reverb there that I really, really like. All right, let's go to the next one, guys. So now we have our spring, which, as we all know, this is that classic Fender reverb there, and it actually sounds really fun. It's super short right now. Check it out. That's actually pretty decent setting there. All right. And I'm just using a lot of reverb here, guys, just to show you guys the tones. But do keep that in mind when if you're thinking about purchasing this too. You'll probably be using a little bit more conservative settings than what I'm doing. You know, maybe something about there, you know. It just sounds so fun when you get the big mix in there. It's got that squishy, really like drippy spring sound too. Love it, love it. And this one's fun if you crank the high control on that one, pull out some of the bass, then you get that really super jangly sounding stuff. So check it out here. Cool. All right, let's move on, guys. Got so much to show here, so I'm kind of hurrying a little bit so we can show you guys everything this thing has. All right, next sound. We have the Shimmer. And, of course, if you guys aren't familiar with what a Shimmer is, you can get some wild sounds. So check this out. I'm going to play a couple spacey chords here. And guys, as usual, like I said, we got my comment section pulled up, so feel free to comment. If you want to just say, hey, if you want me to show you a specific tone or have questions about it, then absolutely drop me a line in the comments. And yeah, I will get to that. So. Wild stuff, wild stuff. And yeah, again, you can just like drain it with, you know, just crank the mix on that and get this really cool shimmer stuff. You guys get the point. Very fun. And of course, like I said, there's a parameter knob where you can adjust, you know, differences in sound there. I believe in the Shimmer sound, it's the decay, or I believe it's the decay on that sound that it will adjust. So here's it all the way up. Yeah, so really cool. So you do have a bit more control on this. All right, guys, moving on there. The Shimmer was fun, though. Okay, now we have the kind of an arpeggio. It's called the Arpverb. This is actually going to be a brand new algorithm that they created for this one. So this is unique to this pedal, which is great. This one's awesome. I really like this one for, again, doing that kind of droney, spacey stuff. Even single notes are really, really satisfying. So I brought this to a rehearsal earlier this week. And yeah, I was just kind of sitting there in the background when we were playing one of our tunes, just hitting single notes. Because it just, the way it cycles is really fun. So, you see when I adjust the parameter knob now, it's actually cycling a lot faster through the arpeggios. I like that one. That one's fun. So that was a really cool tone to experiment with the pre-delay as well too. Yeah, you can hear, once I adjust the pre-delay up, you guys can hear a kind of ping-ponging and accenting different notes. Awesome. All right, and then let's move on, guys. Let's go to the next one. This one's the, I believe it's the slow verb, but the slow verb is super fun, so check it out. And let me get this dialed in for you really quick. Really hard to describe reverb, but I love it. I'm going to actually increase the density of this one up so you can hear it. This is kind of almost like more of a traditional sound the way I have it dialed in right now. Here we go. Now I'm starting to get some weird sounds. There we go. That's fun. See how it chops off that attack right there? So it almost looks like I'm not hitting. There's no pick attack with it. Really love that sound. That could be super useful in a group setting. so fun. We got another comment coming in from Instagram. Does it have anything new with the chorus mode? No, not to my knowledge. I think those of you out there that might be more familiar with that aspect of it, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if there's anything new with the chorus mode. So, really cool sound though. I really love that. If you guys, anybody just tuning in right now, that was the slow verb setting. So, do all your like almost like pedal steel licks with no attack. You know, let's see if I can think of one. You know, like a. Cool stuff, cool stuff. I love it. This is really fun reverb. So let's move on, guys. I have no idea what time it is right now, but I know I'm already going too long, as I'm wont to do. So let's go to the next setting. This is the modulate setting. So let's see what we got here, guys. I'm going to pull back the EQ to the neutral spot, and we'll see what we got. Cool. And the parameter knobs, obviously, it seems like it's going to adjust the intensity of the modulation. All right, so let's have fun with this one, guys. Sounds fun. You can hear that kind of warble in there in the background with the modulation. Similar to when you have another reverb control and there's probably like some sort of secondary function on there. There you go. I cranked it. Now you guys can definitely hear it. And speak of the devil there, you're talking about kind of like a chorus mode. This is basically a simulated chorus with that LFO, you know, warble. So super cool. Instagram, Pedal Couple. Hi, guys. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the stream here. Oh, cool. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, man. So, all right, let's go to another setting here. So we got just a delay sound, which is fun. You know, I love when they give me another effect to work with. Like, truly, genuinely, I love when they get delays in these reverbs. So check it out. It's exactly what you think it is. Just like a classic delay in there. So I have so much fun with this stuff. All right, so let's just adjust the parameters a little bit. So let's do this because I haven't been doing this very much. Let's pull the treble out and introduce like a dark delay, almost like an analog delay, you know, where it gets a little like kind of degraded. There you go. You can kind of get that simulated sound there with it. sounds really good, right? It's really fun. It's a solid delay. And if you ever want to kind of like have a preset in there, this would be a great time for anybody out there who was wondering extra functionality on this. You could just program a delay to one of your presets. So when you're playing live, you don't even have to have a delay on your board if you just need it for like a single song, you know. Just program it in one of the slots right here. You could just hit the memory button while you're playing live, and boom, you got a sick delay right there. So just really like that one. And again, parameter will just different functionality and sound. You really do have a bit of room to explore this. In the essence of time, though, I'm gonna move on, guys. But let's go to the next sound. So this one's a lo-fi delay, and I'm a super big lo-fi like beat junkie, and I used to make those years ago. And so this it's just a super degraded sounding reverb. So let's mess around with it. I love that. It even just completely mangles your like clean tone right there with like this really like ragged distortion, you know? It's like you got a little fuzz box in there for free, you know? So check them. That's it, what you hear with chords. Let's go to my neck pickup and let's see if we can add that treble back in, pull some bass out, and let's see what that sounds like. We can kind of get a little extra EQ in there. Yeah, let's mess around with this. Let's see what we can get. Really fun, weird sound, right? That's you can do those distant, like super distant sounding chord stuff in there. It's just like kind of hard to describe what I'm going for here, guys, but you get what I mean. Really cool. See how sensitive it is? Just hitting like a chord hard right there. It'll just make it completely spaz out, which is a really great effect to have, if you're just like... Love it. That's the lo-fi sound, guys. So let's keep moving on. All right, now we have our... Oh, what is this last one? Oh, yeah, the gate reverb. I totally blanked on what that last one was. So check it out, as you'd expect. Check it out. There's that... It just has a gated reverb. There's a... And you could adjust the time for that. And pre-delay will affect as well. So there you go, you hear the difference. Kind of has a little bit of a stutter before it kicks in. I like that. And let's go to the parameter. There we go. All right, let's go somewhere kind of in between. I'll cut that treble. Add a little bit of bass. That's fun. All right, cool. Very cool, right? The biggest mistake I made when I was first using it was using the cutoff as like a tempo almost, you know. I was like, okay, how long does it take before it totally clamps down and gates the signal? But I realized that if you actually fight against the tempo that the gate is working with, you can get cool rhythmic stuff like I was just playing, where I was like, and you really just play against it. You can get these really cool like pulses and rhythmic stuff in the background of your riffs if you're not exactly in tempo with it. So really cool setting. I actually like that one a lot. And guys, the last one is a reverse, and I really love reverses with distortion. And I had this big phase lately where I was using a slide with it a lot for reverse delays and reverbs, and it's really fun. So check it out. So cool. I love reverse reverbs. They're so fun. So. So again, guys, mess with the parameters, and yeah, you get some fun stuff with it. So really long one. That's cool. I like that. So check it out. All right, guys, I think I have gone plenty long enough on time here. I hope you guys enjoyed, spending time with me in the Boss RV-200 pedal. If we don't have if you guys didn't see a link earlier, we should have a link somewhere in this chat there to check it out on zZounds.com, where you guys can purchase this. Brand new Boss RV-200 reverb. It's awesome. 12 different reverbs. It's got a bunch of extra functionality for MIDI in and out. It also has expression control. You can go stereo on the ins and outs and everything. So a lot of functionality. Love it. Super dense reverb sounds, and like you heard, even a couple new algorithms that they just created. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and do stick around for us. We're gonna have a couple more streams before the end of the year, so be sure to tune in next time. But I'm Justin with zZounds, and thank you for watching.